The worst thing for NATO would be to go into an operation and make a mistake that we made in an exercise. The work is incredibly important because it provides decision makers with an independent perspective that's also based on data and evidence and is logical and is verified and valid. And so they have more information to make a more well-informed and lower risk decision.
I help senior decision makers to make decisions using evidence rather than their gut feelings. They have to make very difficult calls, and the decisions I normally support are about the future. So decisions that they need to make today because they can take a long time to implement.
Operational research and analysis is a core component of what we do, especially when we go into the realm of wargaming, analytic wargaming and simulation. We are relying on wargames as an analytical and educational tool to create a virtual environment in which decision-making can be practiced, and especially consequences of those decisions can be assessed.
If you want to learn how to use technology in the best possible way, this is the place to be. Also to interact with colleagues, to get new insights from military operators, from practitioners, and from scientists.
We want to make sure that we're learning from what's happening in Russia's war against Ukraine. So we do not want to turn up into a potential conflict not ready to respond to a potential adversary when we've actually seen already the way that that adversary is operating. And so our reports support NATO to make sure that it is as prepared as possible to do the best possible job, providing security for 1 billion people.
To support NATO commanders, we do the NATO defence planning process, where it looks at all the requirements that NATO needs to have in place in the future so that it is prepared for whatever is coming. Those targets are then given to nations so that the nations themselves can prepare themselves for what they need to provide to NATO.
This session will focus on how we will make our deterrence and defense even stronger.
If you're doing operations research and analysis and you've never been to the NATO OR&A, you don't know what you're missing.